So, Irfan, what does this then mean for Afghans going forward and the Afghan experience throughout these years? Do you see that there was progress made in some regards? Do you think that that progress can be preserved in those areas that we have had positive progress in the country because many would point to the US presence or NATO presence? What does the future look like? Because, I mean, throughout, it's always been discussed that, I mean, this is the same with Iraq as well, that we haven't discussed enough of the innocent lives of being lost right throughout this. So be it Afghan lives or Iraqi lives, in this case, Afghan lives. Do you think that now we will finally have Afghans feeling like they are valued?
Well, the first thing I would say is, there were some, like progress that nobody can ignore, and we should always, cherish those. For example, the introduction of democracy to Afghanistan, even though all people do not have a good image of democracy in Afghanistan, but still, for a long term, it's a good introduction. And those things, should be kept, in Afghanistan. And another way that I can put it is that it's most for American, audience is that whenever they are going to some place like Afghanistan, they should always, take in consideration the indigenous culture. What happened was, like, after 9/11, U.S. intervened in Afghanistan, and they, they swiftly, and brutally, destroyed the Taliban regime within few weeks. However, within few years, the Taliban re-emerged as a strong and resilient insurgency. And what the American did not do was they did not take the Afghan audience as a strategic partners, and the Taliban utilized that opportunity. They started from the village, they more interacted with the people on the village and the grassroots level, and this is how they become more stronger and popular in rural Afghanistan, and then took back on the American forces. So that was one of the biggest lessons that should be learned, that we shall and never repeat in any major war.